Khubor Baro Shakatup Khubor Jangi Kadon Bosco Media Network. Kimat Bakong San Menta Kasngi Kilong. Ling A ki driver taxi Jylla. Kumnuban Bam Adakar Gijing Bam Kapang Yatai Workshop Asin Mary's College. Sangsot Ikinong Tray MCCL I Kongreng Kasorkar Hadu Menta. Batset Tulop ke GHADC Lai Kobanai Berngem Yaki ke Non-Gazette Employees Association. Bat mentangin pa siya Khubor bakham banya. Khubor bapenya ya ke Shillong Municipal Board kila batha ik driver taxi Jylla nadu ka khat prathre ku Nailur bakim dei shu ban penyeng kali hastan taxi Jylla namari kani ke jaka en pen prano ban tei thamai da ka weipat ke jaka yeng kali ka banya habdur bat kata ke smart city. Kumbala batha iki ban yeng lan ban thep nong lek nong wan hasilyang surok ha ka baju yeng ki auto lai shaka ki bakamai shaka than maulai. Kinongnya taksi kila penpawi ke jingling a jingmut na kani keru kompanyat kali namar kila antat ban mi bun ke jing na ke jing khapnya ha kani ke jaka lakat taru kila ong bekishanya ha ke jing penyat bastat jing pulet trafik kumnu ban le banum thot kalek kawan jing pai pa ha kani ke jaka
kong ke jing batha jing ki ang yalam jing king tei nam municipal ga ai jing tep yangi Hawal Khubor mensua la ai jing tep yangi ba kan hap man penpran ni kan ni dengan kalian jumki hilap khot yangi meeting ban an ni jeka sewepan te halor kata baru sekata tenglah shu up tangi kata temen meneng gasni hing yo jing tep yang pat ban kalian ka municipal kelab kan khang na ini ke jeka ba laduk las ni mende ko ni hamban mi na ni ke jeka bang itu yang baru municipal kat ka dor wars nong makhar kumsosun wilayah keren bat napo tulun dingri police station terpin branch wilayah long meeting session hang ni makhar tena kalian jongki kila ay kini bentang ni nadu kini balak nadu ni bak sendak jung itu terhadu ate hapo ba mi kili Jylla sendak itu kali ban thap senjar hi kan long ben ate jaka bagi mi kili Jylla menta dikiwe kali ba apin option ni sedin tolong
Haka Khandre Trik Nailur ka Home Science Department jong ka St Mary's College kala pelong ye ka regional workshop baningkong halor kapang Nutrition for All Together Towards a Healthy India ha college auditorium hakani kasngi uba Dr. Jemino Mautho MLA Barim kanong thamai ulalong ukongsan kiwei pat kinong hikai kibaladran hakani kalumpong ai jing hikai kilong ka Reverend Sister Shimlang Mary thank you principal in charge Dr. Sister Mary Harriet, Vice Principal, Kong Yvonne Nongrum, Kisamla Puli Home Science, but Kinong Shak Hot Ngobha. Hakani kasngi la ay kijing batay benya syapang kani program da kababita Goldsmith, kabala batay benya ahlor kapang National Nutrition Day. Hakajing kren u Dr. Jemino, ulayro ya Home Science Department jong ka St. Mary's College, bakala shim ya kani ka deity ban wanra ya kajing bha haka imlang kasalang. Ulo ong ru badaki million ki briw hakaling keperthai ki syamjing banyo kabam kasa kababiang. Ulo kenturu ban sumar sukher bat adakar bahai ke met kapat kenang ban lat ni kijing pang baharu kom ki bawan ling shop ling ba kijing bam kejongi.
Dr. Jemino Mautho, Dr. Sister Mary Harriet, Sister Shimlang, the resource persons, dietitian Chaynika Sharma, and Dr. Grace Darlene Shilla. A warm welcome to our senior colleagues and all my dear teachers here, the participants from various institutions and our dear students. As we are aware, National Nutrition Week is an annual event observed in India in the month of September. It was first started in 1975 by the American Dietetic Association. Now it is known as the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. In 1980, the idea of National Nutrition Week was popularly received by the general public, and so the celebration was extended to the whole month of September. In 1992, National Nutrition Week was first celebrated in India. The week-long event is an initiative of the Ministry of Women and Child Development, Government of India. It is to educate people about the significance of balanced diet, adequate nutrition, and the impact of right food choices on improving overall physical and mental health. The theme for this year's National Nutrition Week 2023 is Healthy Diet Going Affordable to All. This theme underscores the critical need to make nutritious food accessible to everyone, regardless of their economic status or social background. The government is keenly focusing attention on the primary life stages in women, like pregnancy, infancy, childhood, and adolescence. Thus, going with the theme Suposhit Bharat, Sanskar Bharat, Sakshat Bharat, which means nutrition-rich India, educated India, and empowered India. India performs very poorly on a wide range of undernutrition indicators. On one hand, exhibiting high rates of stunting, wasting, and anemia among preschoolers, and underweight and anemia among the adult women.
We used to hear about these slogans, education for all, health for all, jobs for all, maybe even water and sanitation for all. But this is the first time I'm hearing this nutrition for all. What happened to all these slogans, to all the initiatives, to all the efforts made on the part of the government and different organizations to achieve the objectives and the goals of education, of health, and so on and so forth? I think it's a big challenge for the people of our country, for the government, for all the stakeholders. When we look at the plans, when we look at the programs, when we look at the objectives, it looks very nice. But when we talk about the implementation part, when we talk about the delivery system, I can understand that although we have achieved to a certain extent, but we have also failed miserably in many sectors. And that is the truth, and that is the irony. All these slogans. And about this nutrition for all, I'm glad that the Department of Home Science is organizing this regional workshop. I think it's extremely, extremely important. It's very important. In fact, I recalled when I was an MLA at that time, I had also taken some initiative of organizing some programs in my constituency, together with the Food and Nutrition Department, because we wanted to sensitize people, we wanted to create awareness amongst the population, the different categories of the population, especially the poorer sections of the community. Because when you talk about the eating food habits, you will realize that many young children and even young adults, or even mothers, pregnant mothers, mention has been made about lactating mothers. I think we are denied of the nutritional elements that we are supposed to receive. See, when we talk about the goal of nutrition for all, we are talking about providing every individual with proper food, adequate food, proper nutrition, and so on and so forth. I think that is the challenge. I think that is the goal. Whether you talk about the initiative of the United Nations, you talk about the initiatives of the government of India also. I think that is the goal. To provide food, nutritional food, which is adequate, which is affordable to all sections of the community, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, as mentioned by Madame Babita. income level, and so on and so forth. I think all of us, we have a right, to get proper food, proper diet, and that is very, very important. But when we look at the world today, what do we see? When we look at the state of the world today, in spite of millions and millions of dollars spent on development, still we find that many nations in the world today are suffering from impoverishment. You can name countries like Ethiopia, Congo, Sudan, Yemen, and so on and so forth. So many countries in the world where a large number of the population are still malnourished. I was just Googling yesterday, and I don't know whether this figure is correct or not. 2021, there are about 2.3 billion people in this world who are malnourished. So if we have a population of 8 billion in this world, just imagine 2.3, which constitutes about 30%. I may be wrong. I think the faculty from Home Science will have a better understanding about the figures. And then if we talk about the context of our country, out of 1400 million population, I think almost 200 million population are malnourished. So you can understand that is a huge challenge. Sizable number of people are still do not have access, to proper diet, proper food, and so on and so forth. So that is why I feel that this kind of a program is very, very important. Sister has mentioned about how important that diet is for the well-being of the people. Now we talk a lot about mental health also. I remember long time back, I read in this Times magazine about the mind-body connection. What you eat also influences the way you think and your thought process. So, and vice versa. So you can understand what you eat is very, very important, especially for our young students here who are budding with all kinds of activities. I think you need to get the proper nutrients, a balanced diet. I think that is very, very important. We need to put a lot of emphasis on this. Yesterday, one of my research scholar, who is still under my supervision, he's now an MCS officer, he's an assistant commissioner and also a BDO. He works in one block of this state. And he said, sir, it's very unfortunate. Yes, we have these programs of the government, but when you go to the interiors, the picture is somewhat different. Still you have these, children and then mothers who still lack, adequate food and proper nutrition. I'm not saying that the Anganwadi workers or the health workers are not very effectively working, but there's a lot of gaps, there's a lot of loopholes as far as the implementation and the delivery is concerned. So that is why there's a lot to be done in this regard. So when we talk about food, again, just to refer to Sister just now, I was asking about Sister Philomena, because I think once upon a time she was also a principal, no? Yeah. I think she'll be around 80 or 82 now. 80. And still fit, still very active, I'm told. So I was telling Sister, I said, you should ask her, what is the secret? Because we have to know the kind of food and the kind of diet that she's, having also. I think that's important. We need to know.
Kajing ben ke Sarkar Meghalaya ya Kamaumlo Cement Chera Limited MCCL ka karkhana dobilat bapau nam bat kabala rimtam ha ka Jylla kala penyam jau umat ikinong teri jongka. Kani ka karkhana kala besai ki phau hajar tali ki long yeng long set na du balas dang ya ka ha kisnem khat khandai spa an ru phau. Henry minta kini ke karkhana kala sa kongreng kala jot lapra bat kinong tre ki karpat bleiman kesngi banyo ela ki bainong ban besai ki khun ki kti. Haka khatnriu terik Nailur keseng kinong tre MCCL Union kala dawana ke sorkar bat ika management ban pai khmat chigijing jeng kinong tre nadu bala sange penni dobilat na kini ke karkhana. Habukren shikilak pathai Khubor, uba shan lang dingdo, Presiden bat uba penskem lingdo sekretari ke Union, kila penpau ke jing sengau diau, ya ke jing lek bom sutnyau ke sorkar, ya la ke kamram, na ke benta ke jing don kam, bat ke hok jang kinong teri MCCL, labun bun senam benta. Kini kinong yalam jang kinong teri MCCL, kila bu lai teli kimat bukong sana, kemat ke sorkar, bakadai ban siu no ya ke tulop jang ki, ban pen KM biang ya ke MCCL, ke bala sangit teri kam labun bun senam benta, bat ban siu marengkat ya ke VRS ke badi ke skim na ke benta barok kinong tre kentup ki barim bat ki bathamai kat kum ke hok jongki.
Sen ini dan kamu sesuatu employee senior kepada yang melalui organize data MCCL government Meghalaya. Ke yang kita por ke change dulu ini pak feed media tolong ban review ya ki demands kiba ni ko union milabu akmat ki government kabla ada pat kunju ke government kabla kecuali poin kami upi nomplay agak keteng jom kamu sila seven every senior dan duk senam arja katra kalau duk ini senam tentang arja apply dan komentar ke bawah kongsane ke bawah milagu Ahmad jom istorga dibalik ke bawah plan unjuk sekarang kita tadi kita dipan ke penumpang tolong hari beda ujungnya ujung kinong tri ke beda katulok ke bawah kinong tri impak yo katulok ke belum stable ke bawah lu ke Khubor ni waban berpahan boru hari beda bat kali ke factory nama rumah factory tak ada di sini baru tahu kampak masukkan partai kami yang sisir tiga balai bat aku akan kena dengan boru pemkinang tri ke bawah ni lagu yang ni kamar bakung kinong tri ni donkam yang sorga akan perkara ini data BRS lari kan oleh hasil skim pakai dong tray kibarin ni kibat mai kunju kini bang enjoy yang negara ke cuti nama nama aktif bagai ni isu ke gede bang kamat jom sosial kedai sosial bang ke burung ya ke sorga kabarin bang kunju itu mentai oh ini begini lagi kimat kini kimat tiba Asia nama Muslim ke agar katra kalusi komentar ni union milabu asbab kalongba ke program HKBD ban kaneka ban pentamai ke MCCL kalau dalam kam sisa ke Khubor nama plan dan sistem ke katna spa grupo ter untuk kalau ayo service katong kiri kod kibangi union iyo lembah ki bak jento bak kunju lembah ki kam kiba ingin teri hati
Kidukhat ke Non-Gazette Employees Association NGEA hapok ke jingelam jong Presiden Ubratend M Sangma kila penpau ya ke jing bitar halor ke jing syak set tulop la lai phau benai kinthi kabala pin sosat e kinong tre ke Garo Hills Autonomous District Council GHADC Habakren bat Presiden kini keseng ula penpau ya ke jing bitar halor kini ke jing le bom sutnyau jeng ki bor bahalor bat ula ongru bakim pat yo e ke tulop jeng ki la lai phau benai kinthi kabala pin khia jing mut jing berkat ya ki Haka jing kordit kini kinong tre kila aipor hadu Nailur kat santrik ban pelat no ya barok ketulop basa. Tangba kalong ke besngusi bahadu mentaru 4 don bayo e kata ketulop wat lada kadai kesngi raikut kalayat lait. Kumta kesing NGEA kalarai balada kabor GHADC kim shim kiaban pendep ikini kijing kin shim pat da kawe kesin jam kaban sedang nadu kakat pratrik Nailur ter.
Somai kurat thaiga somutan Jylla district council kampu kai kampa barang onga haro district council lo barita na kengkeng jangan ini kanina ko chakrong ngacem ko ya somoy ba sini plak jongada sini magapa phagapa achi asong songdong ba plak na wiya thai nak tanam kya mukhang chi chinga mai ko takki jangi thangen aru mai ko takki mai ko mai ja prang ko gagen warang ko chinga ya somoy ba agana thai nak tanam kya anga saksa district council lo kamko ka inga paranguni chinga association ge sadonga jian NGA non gazetted employee association yang uni ceng anga presiden onga angni bimung Britain em sangma lebna yang samba sungai gepa wan NGA ni secretary onga general secretary onga uni bimung ji momen onga adung tham je somoi bab san asong im na cenga cengni nek kan ko public rang na biat ta chansinga adung tham je cenga batang somoi ji konanga agus ni ko sku thariko sakan thina biat ta chem uno pangchake talo bapsan biathanak ta chinga namkya chinga agus khobsku jikon chini nek kanirang ko public na biathacham aro nek kani ko chaknam jaimna chinga mukhangchi mai ko jaku again warang ko banga biathacham uni gisepo chinga chini CM wa EM rang wamangna chinga biathani ko daka salchi bongana keng chinga chinga manginirangko agananirangko chinga khadonganirangko chinga singi nongacham niba agan gemen kita salchi bonga dalo battaha tiktak talong eha uni gemen dalo na kengkeng bachini telgeparang belman gabarang mamung ko bachina aganani pura chakani dongja mana chini mangija chini pending salary dalo ja khola chisa rani wangeha belsi gni jasni kapangna meha uni gemen chinga salsa bat chini nek kanirang noktango songsalo bawa neke dengtang nanganirango chinga namen nek kanin ko salsani zaman salsa patruani ko chinga matninga uni gemen chini plak bisa disarang ko porat tanirang ba namen nek mancha maina wamangna namgopa jangi thangani ko namanja chanirang ko namanja aro mungsung pati wamangna nanggopa fisrang ko school fisrang ko admission ko chinga khana gata manja chini mangeni ko dor marang ko manphagin chim ngode chinga haida adita HS kaimna chini noktang ko maintain khana ta soligin chem ba manphagin chem niba taluna kengkeng ba chini dalga parang chini mangeni na mamung simsakani ko dakcha chibongana skang chingna namgopa insurance rangko pura chakani ko ongen chem ngode chinga chini plan ko chini dakna nang pura chakani rangko chinga werang ko galemuna chinga nama muksongani ko dakna kata chanchiachem aru mungin kamna ko kamkuna chanchingachem dia badalona kengkeng ba chingna mamung insurance ko khadungani ko chini mangeni ni gemen chini dalga parang mamung ko ba agana dongja beben chingko ya chibongani salchibongani andaro chingko chagni na kengkeng okama niba chingko molna sa okamaya chakchekbo ni molna sa okamaya unimen chinga chakchekade paritana kengkeng chinga chakchekna amgen chinga antangtang se wingyo unimen chinga ba chini mangeni na mai ko bari public na ba misoka kata mai ko bari chinga ba takna kata nang chomot kunok nimna chinga chini yeno kham khainga ba plakan kumonge nangrme chinga tikai do ningha unimen chinga somwaru chinga chiche tariko chinga general meeting ko ongatken uni jamano chinga jenma chanchimna je jakbu ga nanga chini mangeni na chinga barang ko jenma chanchimna khamna ko khagen unimen agana manja daude anga nami agana manjaya jenmani di sino pangchakimna chinga je jakugo ba chini mangeni na ka angani ko takyen unigemen chinga ya somani bako sakan tinan wiatinga haida chini general meetingo maiko chinga chanchi agatken haida office ko totally shutdown khani ba ongna badonga unigemen sakan tina advance wiatinga sakan tiba nangani rang donggen chimgo ba chini office na nangani rang donggen chimgo ba ba somoyode chinga chini mangeni na strike khani somayo ba dengtang agitation ko dakani sumarang ode chinga mamung dakiba public na bongsong jina bongsong chinga khamrang ko khayo nak daman jawa unimen sakan tikon advance mol tenga sakan ten ma sakemuna chakchak pa china unigemen ya sumoyo changsatai sakan hina wiatan baksa sakan tikon mol mole angni agana ni ko ino onat tenga plakon mitela
Kakenhon ki Seng Tremont ngobha nagathan Chokpot South Garo Hills ki bakentup ek FKJGP aham bat GSMC kila ujor shaka office jong SDO civil halor ka jingti mau hakawa daring kaba hakachnong badu ragre ki pat ba kani kachnong kila ujor persya yu contractor ubalati mau na kani kawa Henry haduk menta udang yai beteng ya kini ke kambean bat umpatiaw ya kejing ujor jongki. Ha kata ke shithi ujor, kila penpau bakini ke jingle jong kontraktor, kaba penjot bat penjulor ya kini kawa bat ikamari yang saudong jong kate ke shnong. Kedau bakong san bakini ke kinhun ke persya ke jing timau, kalong bako umbam ha kini ke shnong bat aki wei pat ke shnong kin sesniulut. Kini ke kinhun ke lekentu USDO ban pensangi mardor bat ban penshitom yu kontraktor kat kumki kendon jongki an penjot mariang.
Sehingga dalam support budugri rong kulik bani bidengo nangrim gumen ungkis tol pri aham JTMC AYW FQSB daket sehingga dal sibles tiuna lekarangku submit kaitnya golpuan jangan dakkaha uni gisep pun dia mana tepet niat nagata sehingga pura cakira angaha uni gisep pun sehingga mani kita kulik genci mengode sehingga injos ni kita mani kita kulik genci mengode rakpata jakurangku diangkat sehingga dontuang jawa rong kuari ni bidengo rapati jakarang putih angkat celaya sangat.
Kalong ke AKA kabapin snowlingo ikaseng HYC Mount Harshan Circle badi kipat ba habay kakam kaba malumala kaba ukhasi udang la bantre Henry penban lalap bay kini kam la IT bat pentre pat syakibriw na bar Jylla. Kaseng HYC Mount Harshan Circle kalalap ikini kejingle Shillong hakakat santre Nailur hakashinong mau panlur East and West Khasi Hills. Hakaba uway niki kontraktor ubalawan ra ikinong tray na bar ka Jylla ban pentray iki kattu kat ni kijingtay hapo mau panlur ya ka restoran swimming pool bat kiway. Hadin ba kaseng kalalap ikani kalakentu yu te kontraktor uba kaseng kamkwa ban penpau kerteng ba uday ban bujili no ikinong tray de kibriw na ka Jylla ban wan ra de kibriw na bar Jylla. La ay por laisngi harangkat kajing maham balada umla ban wengi kiti kinong tray bar Jylla hapo laisngi kaseng kan sa wenghi.
Ni nakaliang jong kaseng HYC Motorasyan Circle ba ngiwan bonjurip matakasngi ka katsantarik jong ne bunai ho ngilalap sisa babun kiti khar ki bawan tre hangne ngilalap ba kakam ka bagi tre ho kalong ka bajok anre kiwan ra de kiti khar ngi ki khasi ho ngidang la ban tre kito ikitu kikam ki babun ki barang la ki bun ki bu susong klik ti hayeng mdon bi akam yo jam re kiwan ra dau banabar ban tre hangne anre ngipa kane ka message so kontrak jong kane ka company hangne ba un weng no ba un samha ban weng no ekini gidi khar mardor ban weng no ni aipor po kalais ngi ban weng lam kum ta ngi kum kaseng ngin weng hi dalat ngin weng hi yakito gidi khar ki ba u ula wan ra ngi kaseng ngi dap dag ni sokhia habangi pej bat ngi bangi pai na kini ki suong no kum kini ki kontrak ki badon kini jing tre ki kontraktor keleng jong kasi babon ki bon rahi tang lu dikhar ngi kasi kabriu nyu trap ki khun jong kabriu nyu trap pat ngim yo kam rei ngi chu khmi ngi chu pek kai ki to ki jing tre jong tu ki dikhar kari kasi ki jong kila ki tu ki trai snong ni ki trai jakak to kam bagi trai kila an rei kaba sngo khia kalong baki mon ra rei ki tu ki bakim ai ke jing tre ya ki tu ki trai jakak rei ki won ra de ki banabar da kene ka mase kumngi kam ka seng jong ka mau tharasan circle ngi pha bat ngi pen sngo ya uni kontrak jong kene ka jing tre ka bengla wan jurip menta kasni hang ne po mo penlur bon weng ban usam ha bon weng no mardore ki tu ki dikhar ki batre to henry lam kumta ngi ka seng ngin sa weng hi kini ki mase nga pha ya tu kontraktor
Kakenhun pulit na Bajeng Doba Police Station North Garo Hills kalayo abat bat kemi ke Delina si sangma kat bakadang ra Ahmed Jongka ye kisong drog heroin ki bakhia arpulai point kendai pulai gram ki pulit kilayo jing tip peti kena na kisintiat bakani kabriu ke Don Ahmed Jongka ye uni udrok bat ketemu bande ki samla shnong ki pulit kila ap kedong ya ka ke surok pa National Highway 51 ha Bajeng Doba ka Delina ka shong kasa akashnong kosi chora marjan bat ka Bajeng Doba ki pulit kila kemi ke Delina bat pengat ya ka ki kendon an ki bede bat ki kam khai tu bat be an ya drop Kalumpung First Division League Football Tournament bala penyat dek penting Umyong District Sports Association hakas ngi kan retrik Nailur kalapoi syaka final ha pedeng Commission FC persya e katang mau SCC hamadan do mau lum penting Umyong Mairang Hakini ke final Commission FC kala pelim no e katang mau SCC da ar lakaway bat dakani ke jingjob Commission FC kala ra e kanam la adu rengkat ke song pisa bat ke trofi kini ki tim arteli kila yo bandrung syakathup Super Division jong ke PDSA Bat dak itu ki Khubor ngilapoi syaka bekut tak haduk beng desem yang kublish pun.